Last week, we woke up freezing. No propane, frozen water, total chaos. But today, we're tackling something we've been putting off for way too long. It's moving day, and we're finally gonna weigh this camper. Will we be overweight, or are we rolling down the road way overloaded? Let's find out. That's how this video was supposed to start. I'm sitting here editing, well, trying to re-edit. My SSD just stopped working, so I lost the entire video. I lost the footage that we filmed. I lost everything. Our whole first time weighing the camper. That's what this video was all about. Join me as I try to piece together what footage I could find from our phones while attempting to weigh our camper for the first time. Spoiler alert, we did it wrong. Luckily, we have the footage from the second time that we weighed the camper. It's so pretty outside. We decided to stop for a minute as we were leaving the campground.
All it says out here is you can't dive. It is absolutely beautiful out here though, man.
Oh, my hat! Oh, my hat!
Oh, no, here it goes.
Are you gonna get it? It's gonna...
I don't want this mic to fall in.
That, we definitely, I'd rather lose the hat.
Probably feels good, doesn't it? Taking it off.
Oh yeah, I've got clean hair.
And then we love clean hair day.
I will go as many days as possible without washing my hair.
Mm-hmm.
And Patrick loves shampoo day.
Clean hair day, man. I mean, even day number 3 is not terrible, really.
Yeah, that's when I use my cornstarch as dry shampoo. Tip from a hairstylist for you. Don't go buy the dry shampoo. Use cornstarch. It's amazing. If you have dark hair, you could put cocoa in it. I don't. I just put it in there. I use it for volume, all the things, so try that.
Do you know we've never named this camper? She's never been weighed and she's never been named.
First time for everything. Are you ready to see how much she weighs?
Man, I'm
Put
a
your
little bit
guesses
worried
in the
about weighing
comments.
this, to be honest with you.
I'm scared.
I'm a little bit worried about weighing it. I mean, we're gonna take stuff out. That's the rule. We weigh it, it will
I
weight.
might have to reconfigure.
Uh-huh. All right, so here's your hat. Listen, that is fully weighing everything. Hey, even that dog poop.
Ew.
We didn't even stop and rub it off. It weighed all of it.
I can't believe this is happening. Like, I'm...
It is weighed. Everything is weighed.
Yeah.
Man, you want to guess?
Put your...
That's 2 people, 3 dogs, everything it takes to live full time. Just guess. Guess what you think it weighs.
What do you
all
think?
All of it. You want all of it?
Put it down below.
How about guess what you think all of it weighs? Guess what you think just the truck weighs, and guess what you think the camper weighs.
Yeah. I like it. What do you think?
Man, I have no clue. I'd just be spouting off numbers. I wouldn't risk a chance of saying because I know how ridiculous it would sound.
Because we have no clue.
I have no clue.
The plan now is to take the truck and weigh just the truck with all of us in it.
Look at the old girl sitting in Love's gas station, unhooked by herself. You're gonna leave her alone.
Okay, well, that's all the footage that we had.
You're welcome for that weigh-in.
Or not weigh in.
You're welcome for that.
Sad.
Yeah, it is sad that that it didn't all go through, but
We had some good footage.
yeah, I think it was going to be cool. Let's talk about how we actually felt during the whole process, putting a camper on a scale. First of all, we knew nothing about putting campers on scales. Had no idea. Didn't even really research it. Didn't Google it. Anything like that.
We knew enough. We watched enough like little videos to know that we could download the app, which is tremendous, and like you don't have to go inside and deal with people, like because it's anxious enough. Like there's enough anxiety to go inside and be like, oh, can I weigh? What do I do? How do I do this?
You don't know. And it is a little bit intimidating actually to be around like semi trucks. You know, we pulled up to regular gas stations every day and pump gas, but you know, when you're pulling in situations where semis are at, big trucks, you know, it's different. It feels a little bit awkward. It's a little bit uncomfortable because I don't know. We don't know. We never do it. You know.
One of the clips that you would have seen was like as we were pulling into the Loves, and you were like, I'm really anxious about this. Like,
Yeah. Though seriously, my heart was really racing
and
because
you were
yeah.
talking about how it was just because it was the fear of the unknown.
Well, because we don't know. So here's what actually happened is, so we did pull it up on the scale.
We did.
And there are, can we talk about the pads?
Yeah.
So there are 3 pads on the scales, and we actually landed the pickup truck on a pad.
We
or
literally just drove up to where we
basically
could look at the number. We didn't
punch the code. And,
We didn't look.
and wait. We waited with weight distribution bars on it.
Yeah.
And then we took it over and parked it. We were so proud of ourselves too, because we
So
thought we had
proud.
really accomplished. So like,
We did it. We weighed.
we talked about it, you know, like we felt like we really accomplished something. Ran the truck across the scales. I mean, it was like,
We did that wrong too.
did it completely wrong. We weighed
We
just the truck
drove
and all
up.
of its
We
contents.
literally just drove up to that one
We
spot.
didn't put it on front on one, rear on the other pad to weigh it. We just drove it up there and weighed it, got the full
But we
weight of
didn't even
everything.
know, like at this moment in time, we had no clue that we did it wrong.
Uh-huh.
We were like, we got it.
No, we
This
were
is the
geniuses.
way.
Actually, we were geniuses. Went back over to connect our camper, and we strolled out of that place, and we thought, man,
And then we went to
that's all it
Tunica.
was. So we took off. We went to Tunica.
We don't even have footage from that. We have a little bit of footage from that, but we don't have a lot. This is what we did.
We just wing it.
We just find a spot, and then we drive around and we talk about which spot's gonna be best for the dogs.
Yeah, man.
Can we go down that row and just look at those? We do this every time. Patrick loves it. Which one?
The one that's got the bushes right in the front of it, because it has a bunch of grass in the back.
Might think about that one. Oh man. I just noticed there's a street light in the window. We usually try to check for that and we didn't. Ugh. Patrick! No. It broke it on the edge there. And then we worked our 3 days. We did some research. We watched some YouTubes. We're going to post some links of a couple of the YouTubes that were very helpful. In fact, the chart that we're going to go over at the end of the video is from All About RV's YouTube.
Yeah.
And that helps a ton in
Yeah.
getting the math. That's actually...
That's a lot of information.
Yeah, that's when we found out that we weighed it wrong, was when putting in that information and it was like, this doesn't add up. But then we headed to Missouri. We decided we were going to go on a trip on Sunday. And we headed to Missouri. And that's going to bring you up to
where we are now.
To where we are now. And we'll see you at the end. Hey.
So we'll try it one more time?
Yeah. Well, 3 more times.
3 more times.
We're gonna go ahead and weigh again. We're here at another Loves. Loves is great, obviously, for the cat scales. Oh, we need to open up the app. All right, buddy. Okay, so let's just... Oh, do not enter, you're right. There's definitely a right way and a wrong way, it looks like, on the cat scale. Look for the side that says do not enter.
On a weigher.
Man, look at us, like professional weighers. Okay, so we're going on. So what we've learned is put the front of the truck on the first square, the back of the truck on the second square, and the trailer axle on the third.
Truthfully, I would think that would be it.
Okay. We're going to get out and look here and see where we're at. It looks right. So basically you can tell, there you go. We've got the front tires in the front squares. We've got the back tires in the back squares. Ooh! And then we have the trailer tires in the third. Okay. Yes, we are in Jonesboro, Arkansas. Except $14
I feel good about this. I feel good about it.
I do too. It's almost like we know what we're doing a little bit.
Yeah, we're on scale. We're on it the right way. We're gonna weigh it 3 times. Right now we're weighing the pickup truck. We're weighing the camper, but it has weight distribution bars on it. So it is putting pressure on the front wheels. So the front end should weigh more now than what it will when we come back and weigh it without the weight distribution bars. Without on the back end of the pickup truck would actually settle like this. And so when you put weight distribution bars on there, it lifts it up. It keeps your camper from riding like this too, as well. So it puts pressure on the back wheels of the camper. That sound like I know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
I read this once. You can tell that it doesn't really have a lot of pressure on it. Sitting right here on the pad. Let's just weigh it one more time.
It's a little chilly.
So yeah, we're just gonna pull out of here after this and we'll back this camper up over there somewhere. We're just gonna weigh just the pickup. This is exciting stuff, man.
Yeah. Now that we're like actually learning more.
Why is my heart beating so fast today?
We did have to look up RGVWR because we don't have the sticker. We bought it off of Facebook Marketplace from an individual and the sticker is not there. Man, we're waiting on the Waymaster for a long time. Oh, here we go. Dun, dun, dun.
Did it do it?
It did it.
Okay, so we can leave now.
Yes.
Okay, so we're gonna go ditch the camper. Man, how much do you think these bikes weigh?
450 for a relay.
450. We spent a total of about 47 bucks for this way and the way the other day. But we're gonna know. This is done accurately. Feel good about it.
Okay. So this one's done too.
It was quick. Quick way.
Okay, we're gonna get connected and do some math and let you know. Okay, let's talk numbers. The first time that we weighed, we drove the truck and the trailer onto the scale. When we did that, we'll pop the numbers up of what we got, but we got 680 on the steer axle, 6,800 on the drive axle, 7040 on the trailer axle, and 14,520 for the gross.
So the whole total weight of the camper on the first time that we weighed it, the camper and the truck, was 14,520. That was everything that it required for us to stay in it full time. That's what we're traveling with now.
Okay, so the next time we went through was just the truck, and we just pulled straight up. So all we got was the weight of the truck. We didn't get steer axle or drive axle. We actually got 0 for the steer axle and 6640 for the drive axle.
And I guess if you just want to know what it weighs, your truck weighs, now you know. But if you want to know accurately,
at least axle wise, yeah.
Axle wise, you're better to do it the second way that we did.
So we went home over the next few days while we were working. We watched the videos.
Learned something.
We learned a few things.
Well, she'll learn something. I just listened to her.
Mostly that we did it wrong.
Yeah, we did it all wrong.
But that's okay. That's what we're here for, right? Not everybody's going to do it right. We are by no means professionals. We still don't exactly know. I mean, we know the numbers. We've done our chart that will show like our numbers or whatever, but you know, we're still learning.
Yeah, yeah. We definitely, I think that we're probably going to continue on weighing it different things that we have and just kind of feeling it out so we truthfully know how to weigh one accurately. I mean, I feel like what we've done now, this is really good to know safety-wise. Yeah. Hauling trailers, it's for you you know, your family, you know, your pets.
People on the road.
And other people on the road. I mean, you don't want it to be dangerous by any means.
Yeah. From what I've read and learned, if your camper is overweight, it can cause, that's what causes the sway. So if a big gust of wind hits it just right, it's not, sometimes you can't correct it because it just starts swaying because it's just so overweight that it's dragging the truck. If you have to like swerve in the road because you're missing something, it's like little things like that you don't really expect that can cause the sway. And then you see these campers turned over, and I mean, we don't want that for us, our dogs, or anybody else involved.
Yeah, anybody else, I mean.
Then we went through and did it the right way a few days later on our way to Missouri.
So we rolled the camper, the truck, with weight distribution bars on it.
The steer axle was 3,180 pounds. Drive axle was 4,320 pounds. Trailer axle was 7,000 pounds. And the gross weight was 500 pounds. Which is funny because that was 20 pounds lighter than when we went through 3 days before. So we took 20 pounds of something off. Could have been that dog poop.
That's terrible.
So when you compare that to the second time, we didn't pull off because nobody was waiting behind us. We just took the weight distribution bars off. The steer axle, 3,100 pounds. The drive axle, 4,440 pounds. The trailer axle, 6,980 pounds. And the gross, 14,520 pounds.
Okay.
The differences are this. With the weight distribution bars on, it was 80 pounds more in the steer axle.
Okay, because it's applying more pressure to the front tires, the weight distribution bars are. Keeps the truck from settling in the back, like the tail end of the truck is not riding lower than the front. It basically is leveling it out. Doing that, it actually puts more weight on the front end of the truck.
Okay. The drive axle, which would make sense because of what you just said, was actually, with the weight distribution bars on, it was 120 pounds lighter.
Wow.
So it was 80 pounds heavier in the front with it on and 120 pounds lighter with it on. So that would be, like you said, it was putting the weight in the front and not the back. It took, when we took the distribution bars off, it took 20 pounds off of the trailer axle. So off the back axle.
Because when it's applying pressure to the front wheels of the truck, it's also the distribution bars are applying pressure to the axles and back as well. Distributing weight differently.
But it added 20 pounds to the gross weight, which is interesting.
Was it 20 pounds difference?
Let me check just to be sure that I didn't write that down wrong. Yes, so with the weight distribution bars, the gross pounds was 14,500. Without the weight distribution bars, the gross pounds was 14,520.
I wonder
why. If you know why it would add 20 pounds to the gross weight, let us know.
Same scale, never moved it off the scale, just disconnected the weight distribution bars. So why would it be 20 pounds heavier? But let us know if you know.
Yeah, because that's a question.
I'd love to learn more about this idea of how this works, because it is weight placement.
Yeah.
So
speaking of weight placement, this is interesting because then the third time that we went across, we weighed just the truck. We got the steer axle at 3,440 and the drive axle at 3,220.
Okay.
And that's interesting because when you talk about, so let's talk about letters for a minute. We've been talking numbers, now let's switch to letters. GVWR. Okay, so we were talking letters that are important in this weighing the camper. GVWR.
Gross vehicle weight rating. What is that? What is gross vehicle weight rating?
You can get the GVWR of just the truck, which is in a sticker in the side of the door. And you can also get the GVWR of your camper. And most campers have a sticker on the frame.
Yeah.
We didn't have a sticker, but luckily we have our VIN number, so I was able to contact Outback and get the GVWR of our 2009 Outback. And
that's a good way to find out, yeah.
Yeah, so they told me it was 7,550. GAWR.
What is that?
Gross axle weight rating.
Ah, okay.
The truck Also on the same sticker, we'll pop it up. It has a gross axle weight rating for the front axle and for the back axle.
Yeah.
And that's what we weighed when we did the front and back axle.
Okay.
Why it's important to do
well,
each.
it does make a difference because you don't want to put too much pressure that it's allowed, you know?
Yeah, we were going to talk about that on the weight of the truck because it's interesting. The weight of the truck by itself, the front axle was 3440 and the back axle was 3220. And it's rated at 3600 for the front and 3800 for the back.
Okay.
So we're completely within our weight ratings with the truck by itself.
Okay.
But when you add the camper to it with the weight distribution bars, it was 3180 in the front axle and 4320 in the back axle.
Okay, so it was
which is overweight
in the back axle when the
camper's connected. It can take 3600 in the front and it was 3180.
Okay. Right.
So it was under by 420.
Yeah.
But in the back, it can be 3800 and it was 4320. So it was 520 pounds.
Yeah.
However, based on our chart, we were even on our gross combined weight rating. For the truck itself, it has a gross combined weight rating.
Okay.
This truck specifically with all the tow package and everything, and it's 14.5 for our 2017 Ford F-150. And we were 14.5.
Okay, so
exactly.
it was.
So it's not bad on the truck.
Okay, so the truck is pulling its maximum load, though.
Yes.
Is what it's doing. It's
straight up maximum.
Yeah.
So then if we go into the GVWR of the camper, it was 7550, and we weighed in at, well, it was 7,000 in the rear axle, but after watching the video that we got this from, Jared Gillis, thank you.
Yeah, that guy's got a bunch of stuff going on.
He's very informative.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the first thing you write on your paper is the truck scale weight without the RV, which is 6,660 pounds. And then you write down what the steer axle and the drive axle are, which we're going by what it is with the distribution bars because that's how we
we always tow it with distribution bars.
Yes.
It's going to have that pressure on it.
So it was 3180 in the steer axle, 4320 in the drive axle, and if you add that together, that's 7500. The tow vehicle GVWR was 7050. So on that sticker over there, it says it can tow 7,050, and we got 7,500. So we're still in that 500 overweight when you have the camper on. And then you take the 7,500 and you minus just the truck weight, which is 6,660, and that gives us 840, which means that's our pin or tongue weight.
How does that work?
We take, with the camper attached, the steer axle and the drive axle and add it together. We get 7,500, and then we take away from that what the truck was by itself. Which was 6,660. So that gives us our pin weight. That's why it's different, right?
All right, there you go. All right.
Is 840 pounds on our pin, which
is your hitch, basically, is the pin. Okay.
Yeah, tongue weight.
Yeah.
In looking that up, your pin or your tongue weight can be 10 to 15% of what your camper weighs. And our camper weighed 7,000 pounds, so we're within the 10 to 15%.
Yeah, 10% would be
700
something pounds. So,
and 15% is like 1,000 something. So
we know without being accurate, it's still within that range.
Within, yeah. And it says to take the trailer axle number, which was 7,000, add 840, which is your pin or tongue weight.
So 7840.
So you put that in box B, and then you write in what your GVWR for your camper was, which ours is 7,550. So we are over by 290 pounds.
So the bottom line is talking about just the travel trailer alone. Everything's connected. The travel trailer is 200 and how many pounds over?
290.
Okay. I mean, that's pretty close. We need to look at it and see what adjustments that we actually can make by the law of weight placement, I guess. The pickup truck itself is capable of hauling that camper.
Yes.
By weight rating, it says you're pulling your maximum amount.
This is what's interesting to me, and if you understand this, let us know in the comments. Without the camper attached, we are under GVWR of what this truck can handle. But when you add the camper to it, we're over by 450 pounds.
Yeah.
So it's the camper that's causing it to be overweight.
Yes.
Not what we have in the truck.
Yeah, that's right. All in all, just to go out and weigh it has taught us a lot. I mean, we've learned a lot from it.
Yeah.
And I think that we can keep doing it. I think we can take things out that we truthfully don't need. I mean, you're going to be moving things in and out of it all the time anyway. I don't know. Tell us how you do it.
How do you weigh it?
Yeah, I mean, I'd be interested in listening to.
Or if you've heard something that we've said and you're like, that's not quite how that works, let us know.
Yeah.
We're learning.
Yeah. I mean, hey, listen.
Hopefully you're learning by watching us.
Yeah, I'm not ever going to know unless we keep pushing through with it.
I mean, remember how scared we were? Like,
really surprised that it is as light as it is.
Oh, it's
the
light.
Travel trailer is.
Yeah.
And as simple as it is, actually put it on a scale. I mean,
We're
going
to do it all the time, I feel like.
Yeah, it is doing some research about your vehicles and what you're weighing and what they're capable of. Like,
I had to do a little more research just because we didn't have the sticker on our camper. But I think as long as you have your stickers in the truck and you have your sticker off the camper, you have all the numbers that you need to just go on the scale. And then this printout that you can get from All About RVs, and that video is good too. It really made it more easy to understand.
Yeah. I mean, I still get confused by it. So I'm glad I got you to sort that math out. Thank goodness.
Calculator.
Are we winding this down? So our camper weighing episode for now, this is what we've accomplished. I mean,
we weighed it wrong, and then we went back and weighed it right.
Yeah.
On the way to Missouri, we did get to have a little bit of fun family time. Now we're headed to the bus to Caulk. That'll be the next video. If you like what you're seeing, please consider liking and subscribing. We really appreciate the support. You know, we're kind of jumping back in head first this year, and you know, we would like to get to that 1,000 subscribers.
That'd be awesome.
1,000. That for us, that would be insane. So, you know, if you could help with that, that'd be great. But, you know, let us know what you would like to see. We'll keep doing what we do and bringing it to you.
Oh, it even has a front camera. Hi.
I got a
Michelle's
wine opener and a
YouTube.
wine bottle.
Hi, YouTube.
Am I gonna be famous? Yes, my name's Chris. Hi, Mom. I just want to thank everyone that has got me to where I am today. I want to thank God. I want to thank Sidewalks for keeping me on the streets.
Keeping you on the streets.
We're keeping you off
the streets. Off the streets.
Yeah.
Hey. Okay. It's weird because I can see myself too.
Then you'll know what we're talking about.
Do the actions. I can't.
Oh, I thought that was it.